You shout out SH0T TV too?
SH0T TV shout out.
Okay.
SH0T TV. SH0T TV, what up?
Okay.
Welcome to SH0T TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
SH0T TV. It's SH0T TV. Welcome back to SH0T TV. Man, today we got some tragedy and something that's very heartfelt and something that those of us that have a heart to give and or compassion for other human beings will feel. You feel me? We got, do they call him the godfather of OutKast's? I saw someone label him the godfather or grandfather. Grandfather, was it? You know what I'm saying? Of OutKast's. I know he had to be, you know, somewhat of a founder. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was 3 of them. So, I mean, to say something like that, though, is to say that, okay, if y'all saying that 2 of y'all are founder and co-founder, or founder and godfather, or whatever, it means to say that one was, you know, less, you know, not less important, but less in contribution, you know, the way I think, you know, but that may not be so, you know. I mean, that I may be completely wrong, because, you know, founders may just be exactly what that mean. You just founded, don't mean you was greater or less than the next person, you know. And that's really for real what it is, you know. Let me fix my signature. Stop playing with it. And I done took my coat off because clearly the weather changed up in it bit. You know, it was chilly upon chilly up in here, like a bowl of that great grandma's, you know, made from scratch, you know, with all the peppers, all that stuff, and the beans in there, and you dip the saltine crackers in there. You know, it was like that, and then clearly it changed. Guh? What's it to you? Yeah, I took my coat off. You. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, big boy, you know, tragedy then struck his family, and his uncle was popped and unalived. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, you know, I'm so glad that I looked at more than one person reporting, because this one goofy reported that it was Big Boy that had got unalived, you know, in this incident, man. Like, goofy. Like, either he been goofy and trying to run it up off of, you know, a lie, clickbait, or you ain't did your homework. Either way, you goofy. Like, I couldn't believe it. And he wasn't a starter page. He was a well-known page. Like, goofy, man. But yeah, man. We looking at 2 things. We gonna look at the details of Big Boy's uncle, and we got Big Meech on the roster, you know. And this ain't for him being a snitch this time. This ain't for his son that's out here creating all type of headlines. You know, his son ain't get caught with a blick and ain't at the, you know, ain't telling the officer, please, please, what he was saying, I'm a actor, I got a job, I gotta, man, that dude turned into a straight, he went from Lil Meech, big angster Lil Meech, to Lil Civilian, tiny civilian, quickly, abruptly, you know, what's he I say, expeditiously went, man, like, you know, Lil Meech was a whole fool for that, man. Like, Dana, like, he was ready to tell on his daddy all over again. Like, he was ready to start the Big Meech case all over again before he got the 30 ball. Like, he was ready to get Big Meech a triple life sentence behind getting caught with that pole. Like, but yeah, man, we gonna get into Big Meech. He then, his mustache done went viral, man, over viral. We gonna take a look at that, man, because it is funny. It's a funny piece, like, for show, like, no doubt. So yeah, with Big Boy Uncle, man, like, that's a couple things that had me like, whoa, a couple wow factors, man. So he was unalived in traffic, you feel me? And the main thing I wanted to do that I'm kind of mad at myself is I didn't go find out exactly where it happened, but I'm sure, hold on. So I found the article, and yeah, man, it's heartbreaking. I'm gonna go ahead and read it right now. I wish I had more pictures of his uncle, but it says the uncle to one of the members of the legendary hip-hop duo OutKast was down during a deadly road rage on an Atlanta street last month. Remon Patton, I don't know how it's pronounced, so I'm gonna just spell it just to try to be halfway correct. Remoin, last name Patton, 62 years old. Dang, man. So like, he took him at, you feel me, at the days where he was supposed to be, you know, saying his goodbyes, man, like wrapping it up. I mean, so he was found unalive by police on the 200 block of Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard, Northwest, just after 5:30 p.m. June 16th, the Atlanta police said. His nephew, Big Boy, who founded the iconic group along with Andre 3000 in 1992. So dang, he's actually the co-founder of OutKast. Dang. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. So Remon, whatever the brother name was driving on the road that divides the Washington Hills and the Vine City neighborhoods of Atlanta when he got into verbal confrontation with the driver of another vehicle, police reported. During the altercation, Patton was causing him to crash his vehicle into a vacant residence, officials announced after the police responded to a 911 call and found Patton suffering from a wound to the back. He was pronounced unalive at the scene. A person was watching him crash into the home. Says the 62-year-old was attempting to turn onto a nearby street, but was hit in the back, causing the car to drive up onto the front porch of the home and into the front wall. Dang. I'm like, what the heck happened to my place that I'm staying at now? Chris Walker told the outlet. I never thought it would be this property. Dang, I bet you would be like, what the HELL? You know, there are some pictures of the event. Wow. A tarp was placed to block off the hole left behind the crash. According to the footage from the station, Big Boy paid tribute to his uncle in a Facebook post. Long live Uncle Mooney. Mooney. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Miss your Unc. Big Boy wrote alongside a 3-minute video filled with family pictures. Everybody who knows Uncle Mooney, heart aches. The Hey Y'all singer told News he wasn't just my uncle, he was to all that met him. A moment of rage has and totally pierced the heart of my family forever. May Uncle Mooney's soul rest in peace. The alleged Blicker, aka the person that did this, Jabrion Crumley. And I'm gonna spell his name because I don't know how to pronounce things. Jabryon. Last name Crumbley. Crumley turned himself in to officials at the Fulton County Jail on July 2nd. The 18-year-old suspect was charged with unaliving, aggravated assault, and possession of firearm during the commission of a felony. He remains in jail without bail, according to jail records viewed by the Post. Police had already charged 32-year-old Janisha Crumbley for her involvement in the. Janisha Crumbley was arrested and taken into custody by police at a traffic stop on June 20th. Dang, man. Wow. She was charged with hindering the apprehension of a felon. Oh, so this was what, after the fact, and what is that like? Helping them, like, you feel me, evade police and, you know, keeping them safe afterwards or something? What is that? Dang, man, she looked just like him. Wow, man, people be really getting women involved in these crimes and really bringing women with kids down, man, not knowing the long-term effects the kids got to suffer, and a woman that really had little to do with the situation. You jacked your life off on your own. Like, wow, man. Wow, that was big, man. Let's get to the second part of this content. Before we do, I gotta ask you to please hit that like button. It lets me get an algorithm. It lets YouTube understand that this video has what it takes to win, and it pushes this video to the masses of people in the YouTube world, and way more people can see this video. You feel me? Share this on any platform that you can, especially Facebook. You know, subscribe to this channel, you know, if you aren't already. If you want me to earn it before you subscribe, we can do it like that. But just make sure you subscribe after I give you what you got for a pork chop. Hey, it threw it to me like it was a so stop. You know, just keep your word. I remind you at the end, just in case you forget. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on everything I drop. You feel me? So, what are we looking at? We are now going to Big Meech. You know, he done outdid himself this time, man. Like, the mustache, not the boneless mustache. And they said his mustache was boneless. I was unalive, man, when I read that one, man. We gonna look at some comments. You know, this is a new part of my channel that I'ma love doing, man. Yeah, man, we checking out the people who matters the most, what they have to say, and we putting that thing to work. You figure deal me. So we finna get on to what they had to say about Big Meech. Big Meech ain't been talking a lot since he's been released from federal custody. He just been giving everybody the silent treatment and just taking pictures and, you know, looking like he looked. I don't know if he still think he the prettiest, I ain't gonna say handsome, I'm gonna say prettiest man alive. You know how some men be thinking they getting that pretty. You know, I don't know what Big Meech got going on, but let's take a look at what the fans have to say. Okay, there we are. So, a leading fan leading off, we got, ain't heard Buddy say a word since he's been out, just smiling like a Mexican that ain't understand you said. Hey, man, facts. Yeah, smiling like a Mexican that ain't understood nothing and looking like a Mexican that ain't understood nothing in this photo. Like, facts. Facto. Like, yeah. They on point with some of these comments. Like, we got to give fans credit. Okay, we got them saying Fifth is going to have a ball with this one. With the black line. You know, oh, okay. Dang. Wow. Called his beard the black line. Wow, that went over my head at first. They got him. You know, Meech be looking stupid to me. I don't know what it is. Hey, you're not alone, brother. You're not alone. You know, at all. And I'm sure a lot of my fans think the same, you know. Let me know in the comment section, y'all. Is he alone on that comment? You know, got his finger up to his mouth like he been in the streets. Nigga been in the house his whole life. He must be talking about Lil Meech. I already know without going back to look at the photo, I already know that's who he got to be talking about. And he would be right saying that, yeah. Lil Meech be, yeah, he be overdoing his welcome. You know, he been doing that. Show who he really was when he got caught with that blick at the airport, turned into Key Sweat. Please, got the begging, please. All right, moving on to the next one. That can't be the same Big Meech. He aged like a wrinkled auntie. Dang. They said that's that 1993 eyeliner, my boy. No, he said that's that 1993 eyeliner line, my boy. On kids. Looks like that spray on joint. Facts. Said it looks like a Sharpie. Facts. Looking like Little Richard. Said, man, take that dang marker off your face. looking like baby Drew on that picture. You know, his barber bogus for show, 5 show. Facts. Bro don't even look like a real person. Facts. My brother, I'm with you. Yeah. So the fans are on point. The fans are on point. Getting that mustache sprayed is crazy work. They said, man got a Velcro mustache. Bro got a boneless mustache. Facts. Facts. Look like 4 strips of electrical tape. Yeah. Hey, that boneless mustache is what I used at the beginning though, so I can't say that over. But that was, hey man, y'all gotta be like me when I first read that comment. And that's gonna be all I'm gonna view today. But y'all let me know what y'all feel down in the comment section. You know, feel free. For real. You know, if you haven't liked this and share it by now, you know, I don't know what you got going on, you know. I don't know, man. It might be something wrong with you. Might need to go get your checkup done. You feel me? Subscribe. It's the last time to do so. You know, I hope I've given you what you came for. Last but not least, the notification bell, keep you notified on everything I drop. And I'm just taking from the top. This is the #1 celebrity news channel on YouTube at this time. Self-proclaimed #1. The Real Soda TV, as written below. I'm your host, Soda, in the flesh. And I've given you everything I got for you today. And I'm out.